in the ring, it's going to be a more competitive fight than what people think. But, you know, I think Tank's skills is just above these guys.
I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, you know, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do.
Adrien Broner says Lamont is finished. He thinks the bout could first appear competitive after seeing Gervonta Davis's rigorous training videos, but he feels Tank's abilities are considerably superior. According to Broner, Tank is invincible when he is psychologically locked in. Therefore, he believes that Gervonta won't have any difficulties as long as he maintains his focus and keeps away from the distractions that distracted him during the first battle.
I'm pretty sure y'all know whose side I'm on. Of course, I'm with Tank. But I think it's going to be a more... it's going to be a bigger fight than what people think, as far as in the ring. I know it's going to be a big fight to the fans, of course. But in the ring, it's going to be a more competitive fight than what people think. But, you know, I think Tank's skills is just above these guys, man. And plus, he got that showstopper. So, you know, as long as Tank is 100% straight, focused, man, you know, I don't think he have no problem with Broner.
Davis's ascent in the boxing world has long been linked to Adrien Broner. The two were once close, frequently spotted together, giving each other advice and helping each other stay focused on the sport. However, as time went on, their careers inevitably took separate turns. Even though their paths no longer cross, Broner recognizes that their link hasn't diminished. Their relationship is one of mutual respect, with each warrior accepting their own path while maintaining the tie they previously had.
Like right now, me and Tank, like, it's weird because he loved me to death. He know I love him to death. But we don't talk every day how we used to. Nigga, it used to be a time where you ain't see me without Tank, or you ain't see Tank without me. But what happened was, I think what happened was, he just like, damn, bro. I feel like he look up to me so much. It's like, I let him down. Cause he know. Cause he's somebody that really know, like, what I can do and how good I am. And it's like, he feel like, man, you tripping. You know what I mean?
In an open analysis, Broner described the turning point when he relinquished his role as Davis's coach and turned the reins over to Floyd Mayweather. He made the altruistic decision to prioritize Davis's career, even though he knew he couldn't provide Davis with the complete support his skill required, since Mayweather's promises of infrastructure, money, and publicity were simply above what Broner could provide at the moment. He made a calculated choice that helped put Tank on the road to greatness rather than letting his ego get in the way. FUL.
I brought him to the gym with an AB shirt on. But I didn't have everything right yet. You know, everything wasn't moving yet. You know, I was a little slow on my feet. So I gave him the floor. And every time we bring it up, Flav like, thank you, AB. You gave me a good one.
Does that feel like a win for About Billion's promotions as well?
Even though, of course, because at the end of the day, I don't care who promotes Gervonta Davis. I'm still going to support him. Same way. You know, he's a little brother to me.
Tank been around us since he was like 17, 16. Adrien was already famous on TV and everything. He wrote him on the internet. Twin didn't even know him. Flew him out. Let him live with him.
Yeah.
He lived with him?
Yeah.
How much fun was that?
We were fun. I had him in
We was on bullshit.
What?
I remember when he was in Cincinnati. Like, he was at the gym, working out with y'all and everything.
You had him on what?
He was working out crazy.
I had a little Tank. You know, don't get me wrong.
Even though Davis has achieved enormous success in recent years, Broner still calls him his little brother. Broner claims that the personal bond endures even when Gervonta rises to prominence in the boxing world. Unaltered, Broner continues to serve as a mentor to Davis, a big brother who helped pave the way and continues to help him. Out from a distance, although notoriety may change how people see them. Their close bond is still based on loyalty and a rich personal past. Fulda. A new wave of confidence surrounds Davis in Las Vegas. His camp is locked in tight, professional, and intensely focused. Observers note how structured his training has become, with each session reflecting sharp planning and discipline. His improved conditioning, focus, and precision are clear. Those close to him say, this isn't just another 5 eats personal. Davis looks like a man on a mission, chasing more than a win. He's aiming for redemption. On the other side, Lamont Roach is far from a passive opponent. He openly admits he fell short in their first meeting, but insists this time will be different. His camp has studied Davis closely and tailored their approach to meet the moment. Roach's energy feels sharper, more aggressive, no longer tentative or intimidated by the spotlight. For him, this fight is about more than just victory. It's about earning respect. Both fighters are coming in with something to prove, setting the stage for a high-stakes showdown.
You my brother, and I see something, I'm gonna call and check up on you, see if everything works. Or if it ain't right and I feel like you should be over here, I'm gonna let you know it. And that's just all it was. That's my baby brother. You know, he called and shit. That's what it was. And now we here.
Is y'all relationship the same in that way? Like, cause Calvin said that yesterday too. He was like that. There was a point where he was like, when Tank first got around you, he didn't want to leave. He was like, we had to track Tank down. Like, yo, where the fuck is he? Why he don't want to come back? Is it still that same type of energy?
Of course.
Like with y'all?
Hell yeah.
Cause I'm just saying, like, now that Tank is like the face of boxing, right? So sometimes, you know, when a nigga gets some clout and they get some money, it's like shit changed.
See, one thing about him, why I respect him so much, because even though he's where he at right now in the sport and in the cash cow of the sport right now, he still look at me as big bro. He still look at me as big bro, and he still respect me as big bro, and our relationship.
Ellis, who has witnessed everything from inside Davis's camp, acknowledges Roach's conditioning efforts, but makes a distinction between gym hype and ring reality. Ellis claims that when the punches start flying, fancy training and sparring film are meaningless. What makes Tank different from others is Davis's capacity to bounce back from setbacks, adjust, and battle with all of his heart for Ellis. While training prepares the body, mental toughness and determination are what win battles.
I'm here with Lamont Roach. We're here at Fanatics Fest. What's going on with you, champ? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great.
I know you got that fight coming up. The rumors is out sometime August, September. Are you currently in training camp right now?
I actually leave out for camp next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
How you feeling going into the rematch, champ?
Like a champ, like I'm supposed to. I've been in the gym. I've been ready. Time to ramp it up, kick it in gear, and get right to work.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question about the fight. The first fight with Tank. What did you see in that fight that can help you propel into the next fight?
I saw all I needed to see in that first fight. Trust me. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, you know, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do more than enough.
Many people think that Davis didn't perform to his full potential during their first encounter, whether it was because of distractions, a bad strategy, or a lack of urgency. The Tank that fans saw that night wasn't the same as the Tank they know today. Davis is tightening every screw with his name on the line. In addition to being a triumph, he wants this rematch to serve as a reminder of his true self in the ring. This time, he's fighting uncertainty as much as Lamont.
Some great pad work that Gervonta Davis has put up. He put up a message as well, and I feel like it's great for the promotion because there's a lot of things going on in boxing. So he put I'll put him on a flatbed in Harlem Hospital. Yeah, I told them we rumbling.
Damn, I didn't see that one.
Crazy message. I see that a lot of people not really talk about that. This fight March 1st, I see Lamont working out a lot in the gym with his father, with a whole bunch of coaches up in Florida. Do you see a different Lamont Roach coming into this fight?
No, I don't. It's I tell people all the time. No offense, no. This is not a Lamont Roach, but a fighter can do everything in the gym, man. They can do their push ups, their pull ups. They can run 10 miles a day. They can eat their diet. They can change their diet. They can do everything right, but it have to be in your DNA to take pain. You know what I'm saying?
With the return of his most dependable coaches and teammates, Davis has completely revamped his camp. He was previously shaped into a champion by this inner circle, and now they are responsible for honing his edge through situational sparring exercises and more intelligent training regimens. Every flaw from the last battle is being addressed by Davis. His preparation now seems mature and comprehensive. Rather than fanfare, he is demonstrating that being truly great requires understanding when to change and grow.
Tank out here selling under 150,000 pay-per-views, you kidding me? Oh man, Face of Boxing, yeah, turn that shit off. Yeah, we shutting that shit down every single time. Does Shakur really want to fight Tank? I think Shakur could sell a bit more with somebody else, especially in Saudi. I feel like they can find him a dancing partner that'll do a little bit better than 150,000. Okay, I get it. This is why PBC delayed this fight for what, 5 months? Y'all ain't want to pay this motherfucker because y'all know he can't sell. I mean, this should have been evident. If you do the math, Tank has never been that great of a pay-per-view draw. He sold over 300K twice now in his career. He sold over 300K with Ryan Garcia. That's obvious. Ryan's the bigger star. And then he sold over 300 with Martin. He sold about 325. But when we put it in perspective, that Frank Martin fight was a comeback fight after a year layoff, so it was always going to sell. Every comeback fight's going to sell. It was one of the first pay-per-views on Amazon's new PBC deal, so they were really trying to push it. And then he had David Benavidez as the co-main event with Gary Russell and Alberto Puello under them. You take away all those factors that this wasn't a comeback fight. David Benavidez isn't the co-main event, and Amazon has now been in the game for over a year. It makes sense it only sold 150. I know there's going to be a couple of you guys in the comments. No, it sold 500K. Don't be so gullible. They didn't sell 500K. I don't know if Tank's a top... Well, I know for a fact he's not a top 5 draw in the sport of boxing anymore. Well. He's not selling pay-per-views. Bivol better be have just triple him. Well, Jerry, their pay-per-views are cheaper. Don't matter. All that matters is who has more eyes watching him, and Bivol and Better BF do. Tank doesn't.
Was anybody else who is a Tank Gervonta Davis fan nervous watching that fight last night? I was nervous after probably the third round. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. And here's the thing. I think we all know Tank didn't take this fight as serious as he should have. In the post-fight press conference, he said he didn't know what round it was. He said he lost track of the rounds. That's not like him to do that. But I think he went in with the same game plan he typically does, where he just wears these guys down and then kind of baits them into just a crazy uppercut counter. And if you saw in the 11th and 12th round, he was going for it, but he couldn't connect it because this Lamont Roach guy, he's fast, he's quick. And as a Baltimore native, I wanted Tank to win. I wanted him to win. The whole Be More DC thing, I wanted him to win. I don't know if y'all saw when Tank was getting his hands wrapped, he was yawning. He didn't take it serious. But one silver lining is that he's probably not retiring now. He's got to take that rematch. And here's the thing, when he takes that rematch, when they do fight again, this fight, Tank's going to win this handily. He'll probably win it in the 7th or 8th. But yeah, it wasn't a draw. Tank lost that fight. Yeah, he took a knee. Strategically, he took a knee, but he took a knee. Tank lost that fight, unfortunately. But I'm excited for that rematch. I feel like it's probably going to be the most watched boxing match in history.